Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's definitely Sunday. Um, I am live right now on looks like my main Facebook page, the Just Another Jamie page, and the Just Another Jamie YouTube channel. So there is a little section here. You guys can't see it, it's on my screen. I am using a third-party streaming software, Restream. They're great and I love it. I'm just learning so many new things at once right now. Um, and also, I'm just not exactly sure if I even get everything right. But I think that if you leave a comment while I'm doing this, it will pop up right here and I'll be able to answer it. I'm pretty sure. So we'll figure it out. So if join the chat so I can find it. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna do a couple updates, a couple fun announcements. If you look right here, you will see a picture of a box of Farmer's Dog. We're gonna talk about that. And a couple more affiliate links I'm super excited about. And I have some updates as well. So this week has been a little slow for me. I have just been a little overwhelmed with a lot of things, but mostly just the main thing that's just our situation right now. I have not been able to get in touch with Mona since last Monday, and there's not really much I can do about it. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I was actually thinking about calling in a wellness check because I have texted her father, and once again, I am treated like a ghost, completely erased, is insane. And then I looked on her Facebook and I saw that she had been posting, so she's okay. But it's not, I don't know. We're working on all of our stuff, and I'm just so grateful to even be able to text her. Because of how difficult everyone's made it. But they still make it difficult. And I know this. I mean, when I think back about last year, something similar kind of happened. And it wasn't Josh, it was Jennifer. And I feel like they make little comments and digs whenever they find out that her and I are getting close again, which is crazy. It's abuse. That's what it is. And there's nothing I can do about it because the fact that Jana Naderman bought and sold her. It's been 3.5 years now. And if you look on my link tree, which is in the description, put it in the description. So it should be in the description of this video on all of the channels wherever it's streaming. I wonder if I could okay, whatever. You will find my plight and all of the work that I've been doing there because so much needs to change. Cannot sell people. Children aren't weapons. People aren't property. And, it's become so what happened to us, little pieces of it, I do know happened to other people because you guys have reached out to me and told me so. And everyone, they're like, but it wasn't as bad as what they did to you and your kids. And with me, it's almost a perfect storm. And then there are some things that happened that never happen to people. Example, accidental polygamist. Not anything anyone ever has on their lifetime being a card. Like, what? It's been a journey. So anyways, but yeah, you can find links in the description. I have my link tree, which you can find links, everything I'm going to be talking about here today. It's so much easier to do it this way. I'm so grateful for Linktree. Thank you. So yeah, when that kind of stuff happens and I don't know what's happening, there's no way I can reach out. Like, I can't just show up at their house. It becomes so overwhelming that it's like, it's hard to think about other things and moving forward and just doing my regular stuff. Any parent would understand this. Any real parent would understand this. Can you imagine not being able to talk to your baby for so long, and then when you finally do, all of a sudden, like, there's nothing again, and you're just worried when there were no signs that anything, and it can't be because anything that happened between her and I, because I still haven't seen her. All of our communications are pretty much strictly over text. And thank goodness, because then nobody can make up anything that she said or anything that I said. I prefer it that way at this juncture because of the dishonest people around her. But yeah, my brain's been clouded with that. I made a video. I recorded a video a couple days ago, and I uploaded it. So that will be premiering tonight at 9 on the Courthouse Kidnapping YouTube channel. And it's kind of a grooming part 2, where in the first, I spoke a little bit about what I saw happen to Mona. And then in this new one, I talk a little bit about just one way in which I saw the same thing happen to my son. And now I look back and I don't know. But that will be tonight at 9 on the Courthouse Kidnapping YouTube channel. And I will put a link to that somewhere. Oh, wait, no. Go Linktree. See how amazing Linktree is? Okay, like I said, I still don't see any comments in the chat. I almost want to call someone and be like, hey, leave a comment so I can see if it pops up. I don't know. Or maybe someone text me if you're watching this. Let me know. But let's get to a few announcements. I have decided to kind of slowly try to resurrect Mental Healthy Bee, which I'm really excited about, with everything that's happened and how it's happened. They got me out here looking like the white John Q. But he was only in the operating room for like 3 hours. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. Everything has come to a stop. The Mental Health VB website, I couldn't afford to pay for it. It was only $14 a month, and I couldn't afford to pay for it when I was homeless from this 10-year annulment from, once again, accidental polygamist. Who does that happen to? Who does that happen to? And the fact that it wasn't strangers that exploited the untimely death of my dad to make that happen, that annulment, and do what they did. It was people who knew him and knew me, and It's just so many. Peeling back the veil has been a slow process, this whole situation. But it is something that needed to happen, because having your children abducted from you as Mona was 10, Deacon was a little older, but just like you'll see in tonight's video, Deacon was groomed a lot longer as well. And it's just not even close to their fault. It's not. There's no adults did this. Adults did this. And I'll never stop speaking for justice for them and advocating for significant change in our court systems, the courts that were put there to protect us, not sell us or our offspring. So, what I have done so far, I can't make another mental health VB website right now, but I have added a section on the Linktree, which once again, link in the description, where you can visit the Mental Health VB Instagram and Facebook. And I want to start working on those again, because those are kind of left over from when the website had go bye-byes. And that's really exciting. I really just, it's so much ingrained in my, just woven within the fabric of my soul, that my purpose is to help. That it doesn't matter if I don't make money off of a mental health VB. That was never the purpose of it anyways. It's not just helpful for other people. It's so fulfilling to me. And I feel like I was saying, when all this happens with your kids, your life force, everything kind of stops. And I need to start working in ways to do that, not only for our community, but for myself, to be able to do that again. And I'm slowly approaching the idea of getting back into one-on-one coaching slowly. For any therapist or coach, when something traumatic is happening in life, it is highly irresponsible, regardless of how smart or how good you are at your job, to take on someone else's mental health, because you have to tend to your mental health. And in those moments when you have all of this amygdaloid firing every 5 seconds because of the things that are happening around you, and the only thing you control is your reaction to it. We all know this. Especially when you can't control your location. It's going to skew that individual's lenses a little bit, just by nature. It is just not, you are less able to be biased with other people's struggles when so much is happening to you. And that's just human to human. That's just how it is. I take my profession very, very seriously and integrity wise. And I would never I can never put anyone in a position or put myself in a position where I feel like I don't got this. You know what I mean? That feels irresponsible, wildly irresponsible, and it doesn't fit my purpose at all. And it doesn't help anyone else. We're dealing with someone else's mental health, just like your own. It is such a huge responsibility and it's one that I do not take lightly. So, slowly thinking about, I didn't think this would still be happening 3.5 years from now. And I don't know when it's going to end. So I said something to someone here when it first started happening. I was like, they're never going to stop. And I said that with tears. I said that through tears. They're never going to stop. And here we are, 3.5 years later. And it's only gotten worse with them. It's, among everything else, it's a level of overwhelm that is difficult to put into words. So and of course, I spoke about in one of the other updates, it's fall. Winter is right around the corner. And my body does not handle winter. It doesn't just not handle it well. It doesn't handle it at all. It kind of shuts down a little bit, like a reptile. So, and that's inevitable. The only thing I can do about that, knowing the body that I live in, is take as good a care of myself as possible and psychologically prep, knowing that it's winter. This has been happening for years. It is what it is. You play the hand you were dealt, and I try to do it with the best attitude possible. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. You can't stop time. That remote control from that Click movie is not a real thing. Sometimes I know we all wish it was. And then with the birthdays, I have Mona's birthday this month. Oh, and that's what I was saying. Jennifer started doing some weird stuff last year around Mona's birthday too, when Mona had just started like once again warming up to me, and they make it weird. They make it really weird. And for me, it almost comes down to splitting the baby. So you remember in the Bible, I think it was the Bible, Solomon splitting the baby. It was the king. And I'm going to go over real rough because I don't remember. I remember being told this when I was a child somewhere. I don't remember where. King Solomon was a king. And there were two women fighting over some baby. And they couldn't prove whatever, decide who was the real. So they went to the king and they were like, hey, you need to give one of us this baby. And the king said, okay, well, since we cannot come to a clear decision, we're just going to cut this baby in half and we'll give you each half, and that solves the problem. And then in the end, the real mother was like, no, give her the baby. Don't harm my child. Da-da-da. So that was how the king knew that was the real mother, because the other one, I'm sure there's more context to the story. But it becomes very much like that. It becomes I've texted her every day this week, but I didn't today, because it becomes to a point where I feel like I have to back off, even though I don't want to get them to back off of her. It's crazy. The games they're playing with these children is insane. Insane. And I'll never, ever stop fighting for justice for my kids. Also, in more exciting and lighter news, I'm starting a third YouTube channel. It's my reaction channel. And it's going to be fun and very lighthearted. And so if you like hanging out with me but don't want to hear about all the other stuff, you can subscribe there. And I will let everyone know when that launches, as well as I will share the link and add the link tree. Also, just another Jamie VB. It's going to be a TikTok situation. This week, I have all these new shorts now. because of this program, because of a Restream program. And I put a courthouse kidnapping on TikTok. Kobe, what's wrong, honey? I put a courthouse kidnapping on TikTok, I don't know, a couple months ago. And now I have all these clippets from the vlog channel. So I figured I would do always the one smiling, whatever, just another Jimmy BB one too. So that'll be fun. And I will, once again, have the link. For sponsors, on the website, there is under the parental alienation page on the website, there is a link where you can email me, or you can just email acourthousekidnapping@gmail.com. And it is a link to what I'm going to be going into a support group for alienated parents. It's about parental alienation. The whole page is about parental alienation, but it is on an app called Band. It's really cool. I wanted it to be on it's getting windy outside. I wanted it to be on a separate platform than Facebook or Instagram. So it would be less likely. I mean, you need a link, like you have to have the invite link to even join the band. That's what they started band. It's really just the profile, that page. So if you feel like you have been a victim of parental alienation, you feel like your children have been turned into pawns just to be turned against you for whatever reason, and that relationship has suffered, I would encourage you to email me and let me know so I can send you the link where kind of all get together and people are going through the same thing. I want to offer support, advice. There's even a way on there that I can do virtual video group stuff too. So I'm going to get that going. And let me talk about small business sponsors, and then we'll get to the affiliate links. I am starting a sponsor page on acourthousekidnapping.com where if you would like to promote your business, the whole page, I feel like I'm saying local businesses because the majority of that site traffic is in Hampton Roads. So it would make more sense if you're going to spend money on your business, on any kind of advertising for your business, for you to do a local person, do it. More local people go to that website. And I don't know, I was thinking like $7 or $8 a month. And it would be an icon with all of your business info. We could do, if you have any videos on YouTube, you could even do a link to that in your promotion or in your little ad, link to your website, link to your Facebook, and it would be cool. I'll just find other ways I'm actually really excited about that because with technology and the way that I use Webador for the design for that website, acourthousekidnapping.com. And they are always adding like fun new features. So it would be cool to have like talking heads too, if you guys. I don't know. We'll see. But, and then if you want to get a year, we'll do like get 2 months free or something. Buy 10 months, get 2 months free. I thought it would be a cool way to, just like keep it real cheap, and mostly local people go to that website. And the other sponsor idea I was having is if you would like to sponsor a video and there is something that you like me to address or talk about that, or you want to just talk about your business, also email courthousekidnapping@gmail.com and we'll talk about it and work something out. I think that would be really cool. I really, Mona's Laws and all of this mental health VB specifically, it's all starting here and it's all just really locally based. So I just think it's fitting to have local businesses, to be promoting their stuff on my stuff. That makes more sense to me from in every direction for you guys too, right? Okay. So let's talk about the affiliate links. This is Farmer's Dog. We're going to talk about this one first. I know more about Farmer's Dog than I knew that I would know because they have like a 10-minute ad on YouTube telling their whole story, and it's very cool. And at nighttime, I will let YouTube just play while I'm sleeping. And I have the free YouTube version where I watch the ads. Yes, I'd rather just watch a couple ads than pay $15 a month. And they have one on there that's like 10 minutes long. So I know that there was a dog named Sadie involved. It's really cool though. It's a pretty cool commercial. So with Farmer's Dog, and just like the next company I'm going to talk about too, it's kind of the same origin story. I feel like a lot of, and I know, necessity is the mother of invention. So much innovation comes out of people just having problems in their head that other people just weren't really exactly thinking about, or tackling a common problem, but just doing it better than it's been done before. So Farmer's Dog is a dog food delivery service, and it is human grade ingredients, human grade meat and vegetables, human safety, human quality. You could eat it if you wanted to. I have not tasted it myself, but, and this actually kind of ties into the next company as well. What we put into our bodies is the fuel that we're working with to survive. If you have been following me for any amount of time, you know that I am crazy about my vitamins. My body does not work the same without my vitamins. It is literally, my vitamins are vital, more so than ever when I was living in a healthy body. Chronic illness changes things. And there's a handful of substances, minerals and vitamins, etc., that my body just needs a little bit more of now than it did before. Needs it. Like I'll be down in the bed. My body won't move without them. So for me with chronic illness, I know that maybe it's a little bit more urgent, but we do know that vitamins, minerals, good nutrition are the building blocks for a long, healthy, and happy life. And this doesn't just go for your mental health. It goes for your physical health too. Not to mention the fact that your mental health and physical health are already very much combined, very much intertwined with each other. Very much so. So Farmer's Dog, they deliver really healthy, nutritious dog food right to your door. You don't even have to leave. And we are in post-COVID. We kind of like that now. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying it is what it is. But even without that, even before that, in a body with chronic illness, it was always a little bit difficult for me to just get out of the house, so delivery stuff is great. And when you can have healthy stuff delivered, especially for your puppies. Babe, Kobe, come here. Kobe, do you want to come say hello? They're super happy. They're just lazy. Maybe you knew. Oh, look, she knows. Poor Luna has a little rash right now. It was because I switched the laundry detergent, and Luna has more sensitive skin than any dog I've ever met. So our box hasn't come yet, but I am super excited to try this and see if it helps her a little bit. The older they are babies, we want them to stay around forever. So for 50% off your first box of Farmer's Dog human grade, human quality dog food delivered right to your door, click on the link in the description, which is the link tree, and that button's right there. It'll pop right up. It's right up top. The second company that I wanted to talk about is also, put that image up here, a good for you nutrition stuff for different kinds of our babies. Here we go. There it is. So this is the second company that I want to talk about, and it's vitamins. But it's vitamins for kids. And I was looking through the website a little bit ago, and it's so cool because they have these little bottles that comes with stickers, and they're colorful, and they make I just feel like it would make it so exciting for a child. But oh, my little thing, we like it when we get to personalize our stuff as adults. It's cool to make it fun. Vitamins are so important. I wish they had this back when my babies were living with me, because they used to do the little Flintstone gummies, which they were cool. They liked them. But when I was looking at a lot of the info, even on third-party sites, that was comparing some of the bigger vitamin companies to this. So this company, kind of a similar origin story. Two men, dads. I do not know if they're dads to the same child or if they have separate children. But either way, two dads were doing research about vitamins for their child. And they were like we do with our kids, doing deep dives on everything. And they came up with this website. It's not just multivitamins. They have greens. They have hydration stuff, like fun, cool stuff. It is so important. Like I said, we were just talking about Farmer's Dog before. Your physical health, we do not get enough vitamins from our food as it is. Not the way we produce it. Not anymore. I'm talking post-industrial revolution, when we started mass producing foods. Before most of our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, the majority of their stuff it was more locally sourced. When the Industrial Revolution happened, we started finding little shortcuts, little things the body can kind of tolerate but wasn't really meant for. We started giving it to ourselves, of our bodies. And, it's hard to blame the consumer, because, especially back in the day, because reporting was way more skewed. Even then, than it is now, because now we do have these social media platforms, these little ways where we can all talk. Everyone can have a voice, which also can be problematic in itself for different reasons. But it's cool because you have more people giving opinions about certain things. We're learning from each other. It's what human beings were meant to do. We're doing it digitally, but we're doing it. And that's great. That is awesome. Even when okay, let's talk about clinical trials for a minute. You know, Jamie's going to get nerdy real quick. When you think about not even just clinical trials, but any kind of experimental, research-backed, whatever, conclusions. The first question you need to ask about any kind of conclusion after any kind of substantial research is not what is the hypothesis. It is who is funding that. Who is funding that study? That matters. It matters a lot. It matters more than the doctors running it. It matters more than the scientists running it. And there are lots of reasons for that. And I'll get into those in a future video too, but it can be very misleading. So the fact that we have the masses and as individuals a way to speak to each other this way, that isn't just like in our own towns or like in our own house, thank God, in our own houses. We have created a culture that is somewhat of a double-edged sword, especially digitally, because we benefit from each other. But just like everything that has benefits, there are also a lot of downsides. I don't know. Anyways, so back to the vitamins. So 2 dads made these vitamins. It's very cool. From what I understand, you get the thing, whichever ones you want, and then you can get packages to refill the thing. So you don't get like a new one every time, which is awesome because that's very, very environmentally friendly. It's not throwing away in a new bottle every time. And it's less plastic on Earth. We just throw away because we're human beings that destroy everything we touch. Just kidding. Kind of. So, what else? So if you want to sponsor, look, I took notes to make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, so for the vitamins, for this, if you would like to look into Hiya, which is specifically children's vitamins, they have vitamins, greens, probiotics, hydration. It's really cool. Also, once again, click on the link tree in the description and it's right there. That button's right there. And it'll take you to it. And with that link, you get 50% off your first order. And then it comes right to your door. It's awesome. The third was, what have I been talking about for the last couple months? I talked about it. Like I made a joke about it in one of the courthouse kidnapping videos. Babbel. You guys, our brains are so important. Donald Hebb's model concluded, posed the idea that neurons that fire together wire together. And now we know this to be true. We know this to be true. Neuroplasticity is, our knowledge of neuroplasticity is evolving in the coolest ways. The possibilities are endless. But here's the thing. As we age, kind of get into little routines, keep our mind a little less sharp, and that can affect us in so many different ways physiologically as well. But a good way to fix that, get the routine out your brain, sharpen up a little bit, create some new synaptic firings, strengthen those gaps, is to learn a new language. Why can't you? I feel like a lot of people think they can't do things, but no, I know this as a coach. I know this for sure. A lot of people believe they can't do things, and that's why they don't do them. But it's kind of fallacy because they actually can do those things. They just don't have enough confidence in themselves for, I mean, a myriad of different reasons also. So Babbel offers 14 languages, I think, and they have little short lessons that you can fit into every day. Go try Babbel, click on the link in my link tree for a 14-day free trial. I'm going to be talking about neurology a lot when it comes to contextually human coaching. We're going to be talking about neurology. We're going to be talking about neuroplasticity. I'm going to have a cognitive behavioral therapy series, a rational emotive behavioral therapy series, acceptance commitment behavioral therapy series. We are going to be doing a lot. And something else that I thought would be really cool is to do a book club where we're going to be listening to one chapter, depending on the length, of one of my favorite books every week on the same day. I want to start with The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. I love it. You guys will like it too. So it would be really cool. Listen to it together. I'll do a reaction and then we have chats. And all of this is going to be on Patreon, most likely, because now I'm getting weird things about Patreon, like weird stories. But that is going to be at the end of the year when that is launched. Until then, I will be here working, planning, writing. You guys are all amazing, and I'm so grateful. If anyone tried to leave a comment in the chat, I still haven't seen it. Who knows? Nobody might be watching. I have no idea. I don't know how to figure that out yet either. So go check out the website. And thank you all for your attention. As always, I am so grateful for every single one of you. It has been such a weird life. Things that just don't happen to people. And it can be quite isolating, you know? And I know that even people who are just dealing with chronic illness alone also feel like life can be isolating. And I want to be very clear that nothing that I say or have said is for sympathy. It's to show you, look what can happen. Everything can be taken. Everything. For no reason whatsoever. But you can rebuild and you can hold on and you are stronger than what's standing in front of you. Yes, you are. And I used to always say that to my clients because I believe that for them. I don't know if I believe that in myself. I always fully believed it for them. So I just feel like sharing the whole thing, the whole journey, is not only cathartic for me, but can be very educational. And I already know it's inspiring because you guys have told me, and I'm so grateful. You guys have no idea. I'll never stop saying that. I'll never stop saying how grateful I am for you. I've always been the type of person to try to turn my trauma or pain into something positive, give it a purpose, help other people, then it's not for nothing. That is therapeutic for everyone. Learning how to reframe, learning how to accept an emotion as it's happening, carefully observe that emotion while it happens, and then let it go because it's just an emotion, is something everyone can do. And I would love to teach everyone how to do that. And that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to learn so much together. It's going to be great. Thank you guys so much. You are truly amazing. If anyone sees my baby, either my babies, send them my love. We will stay grateful for all of our blessings, for bringing us peace and every single one of our challenges, for providing us with strength, as they are both equally important. Go follow me on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube to both channels. And like I said tonight, there's a video premiering that I recorded a few days ago, but I hadn't posted it yet. It is scheduled for tonight at 9. Thank you guys so much. Check out my link tree. It's in the description. All of those, 50% off your first order. All of it. Go check it out. So grateful for you. What's this button? I think I got it. Bye, guys. I hope everyone has a beautiful week ahead. Let's just hang in there and be strong, okay? We're just going to be strong.